I shall try to discuss about reference to the context question that it often comes in our BA in English exams, especially sixth semester, and in some of the case it is come for second and fourth and third. Means in all semester it comes. Okay, and now how to answer it? To answer with reference to the context, it is little bit different. So today we will learn that, and this is the example of one question. Explain with reference to the context any one of the following, and it has 5 marks. Some lines are given from some poetry, and we have to now explain that with reference to the context. Okay, now without any delay, let's begin our discussion. So first thing, when we will address the question, then we have to write like this, that the above lines or these lines are taken from then you have to write about the poem name. Like if we talk about this question at A, then this line is taken from the poem I Shall Return to Bengal by Jivananda Das. Okay, if I'm not wrong, that will be Jivananda Das. So question will be varied according to the exam. So then you have to more than say. Okay, then what you will write? First, you have to address from where this is taken and who is the writer and who is the poem. Then do not write the name of the poem, or if it comes for novel or drama, then do not write that writer name in inverted commas. Okay, and the first letter of all the parts of the word or words of the poem or the play or the novel, it must be written in capital. That you all know, it is a basic thing. And write the poetry name in inverted comma. Like these lines are taken from the poem inverted comma The Solitary Reaper by William Wordsworth. And then write, through this poetry, the poet through this poem, the poet has tried to delineate the circumstance of a solitary reaper, like that. Okay, then now we have to know what is context. Okay, the question is saying explain with reference to the context. So now what is context? Actually, context, it is a combination of two parts. Con means before and after. Okay, and text means, you all know, the given text. Okay, before and after given text. So that's why we have to actually write about that the context of a text given for explanation. It means the parts of a poem or the play or the novel before and after the given lines. Okay, before and after the given lines, that thing we have to write. And if it is for 5 marks, then at least you write a context. It must be around 9 to 10 line. According to mark, here 4 to 5 lines is given, but according to mark, it will be changed. And the lines, those lines must speak as whole of the poem or play or the novel, and don't write the whole summary of a poem or play as a context. People often do that mistake, and that context or that explanation must be the total crux of a play, of a novel or a poem. Okay, and the context must be such as to give a complete vision of a poem, drama, play to a reader, and he must not need to read the whole poem or play to know about it. Okay, so that's the way of writing a context, and a context must be appropriate enough to fulfill this requirement. Okay, then do not use the first person, second person. Always use the third person pronouns in the context. Don't write I, he. Okay, write the. Okay, like that you write. The third person pronouns are like he, his. Don't ever use first person and second person, I, me, myself, ourselves, like that. And always use the verbs of the present tense, and don't use your personal ideas, perspective, or opinion and remarks. Okay, so like that. Now let me give you an example here. Here one example is given like this, that in this poem you have to write like this, according to the poem and according to the subject. In this poem, the poet has expressed his sad feelings, and he is one of the opinions that the modern man has lost the interest in the objects of nature, and or besides, modern man has become a machine Therefore, he says that modern man is inferior to animals in the appreciation of the beauty of nature. He has given an indirect piece. Like that, you have to write. Okay, only write about the poem or about the lines. Do not deviate or digress from that context or from that text. Okay, and we though we know, let me talk about what is context. Okay, context I have already told you in a brief way. Actually, a reference to context, it involves an explanation of a quote. Okay, and examples of providing context include discussing what leads to the quote and what the quote itself means and what it reveals about the story and what it could mean for the rest of the story as well. I hope you have understood. And there is a difference between writing with reference to the text and writing with reference to the context. So these two are different. And writing with reference to text, it means we have to provide evidence in the form of quotation from the text being discussed that supports our analysis, arguments, and assertions. But writing with reference to the text is providing that our statements are logically founded in the text as written and proving that we are not misinterpreting or misunderstanding that text we have read and analyzed. Contrastingly, writing with reference to context, it also means to locate a quotation in relation to a given work. Okay, and writing with reference to context, it also requires that we briefly relate the meaning of the work as a whole and then relate the meaning of the quotation. And it also requires that our comment on meaning be built upon the figurative devices that underlie the deep meaning of the quotation. And it is also clear then that referencing text and referencing context are not the same technique, nor do they fulfill the same functions. Okay, I hope you have understood. So if this kind of question will come, then you have to write. It is very simple. I have already told you. You write like this, that if you talk about it one, that these lines are taken from the poem in the inverted comma, I shall return to Bengal, by the poet Jivananda Das. Full stop. Through this poem, the writer or the poet has tried to depict or limn his love for his birthplace, and his that's why consequently he becomes nostalgic and he reminisces his uh, one's motherland. Like that, you have to write. Then you have to write about these lines, why this is important, and then you have to write the rest lines. Okay, rest lines and what that means and why those lines are important and what kind of thing he had tried to convey through that lines. That you have to write, and that way it will be ended. I hope you have understood reference to the context. It is a little bit different, and I hope you will learn. You will write in this way. And thank you so much.